I came to America when I was 3 years old.
I came in kindergarten, I didn't know any English.
I was usually placed in the back of the room, given crayons.
Myself, I felt like I didn't belong.
Basically, I was mainly on my
I
own.
had a hard time, I didn't know what was going on.
Even as a child, it was unfair to me. It felt like it wasn't right.
Personally, it was strange and difficult at the beginning.
I was never asked, to share what I had. I knew a lot. I mean, when I was sitting there and students were doing, writing numbers or adding and subtracting, I knew what they were doing. I just couldn't be a part of it because I didn't speak the language. And so I felt like essentially I was punished, for not speaking my first language. And it almost made my language something not to be desired.
In Vietnam, my mom didn't have any education, so she didn't know how to, teach me at home.
My parents, even though they didn't speak English, they were always very supportive of us and, helped us at home, made sure we had food and clothing, shelter, and their support.
Eventually, I was able to make new friends and started to dominate the language, and that helped me to fit in.
Our English language learners bring a huge amount of assets, and more specifically, they bring in a wealth of what they bring in from their families, their culture, and they also help to teach our teachers, our educators, and the leadership.
When they walk into our classrooms, they're not empty vessels. In the past, we used to our goal was to fill them with knowledge because we assumed they didn't have any. Today we know better. Today we understand that they are rich, their experiences are valued. I think that one of the most important things about this training is to have the awareness of our English language learners and to make sure that we're meeting their learning needs, that we are aware not only of who they are, but what they need us to do for them so that they are academically successful.
ELLs, or English language learners, do not come to the classroom with nothing to offer. They have not only funds of knowledge, but also they come with plenty of understanding of how to work in a classroom.
ELL children bring a lot of diversity that just enriches the classroom. Everyone has their own culture and they bring their traditions to share with one another. So they do have experiences, and we can all learn from things that they come with from whichever country they're from.
I think it's important for the teachers to know, because as a second language learner myself, I can make connections to my students. But some teachers don't speak another language, so they go to school and they learn it this way. And this probably opened up their mind to different strategies and different ways to connect to their students. And what I would tell my parents during parent conference, or when they have concerns about their child, and they would tell me, oh, I don't teach them Spanish at home. I go, no, 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 no. I want you to teach them Spanish at home because I want them to make that connection.
The most meaningful thing for me that a teacher could do for a child is make them feel welcome and make them feel valued and appreciate who they are, where they come from, to as much as possible allow them to feel like they are an important part of your classroom, because they have a lot to contribute and they have a lot to share if you just explore a little bit and allow them to bring out the best in themselves.